today. From Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is. Because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. The numbers for Sanders last week: 20 carries, 82 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. That's Terry.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily touchdown.
Great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Block off of play action. Rolling to his left. He hits his target. Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Dancing to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 7-yard line. A big pickup there on the scramble. 7-7, our score after one. They'll run with Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now Locke. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He took the hit when he threw that ball. Maybe the O-line just thankful that that worked out for a touchdown.
Yeah, because, you know, their pride is don't let that guy get hit, no matter what, under any circumstances. But anytime it pays off in a touchdown, they'll figure out how to block a little bit better going forward.
Now the extra point. Now we've
we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kissed it on the ground.
Eight yards to go on second down. Throwing is Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now it's Lockett. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. They'll begin the drive with Carson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Carson, the first down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Lock. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Eagles going to get one final possession. Over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Hawks, they're out in front, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL. Here, Angels, Los Angeles. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Matthew Stafford, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Benny Snell, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And at the moment, that game is tied with the visiting New York Jets. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And a trio of touchdown passes so far. They've got the lead as well. All is good in their football world at this point.
And it's so much fun for our colleagues, right? Think about our producer, our director, everyone putting together these shots. Wouldn't you love to be in the truck right now to hear him calling for it? Give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. And we just saw 3 beautiful touchdown passes.
Now he's looking for 4. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They go back to Carson here on second. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Carson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And not what they want to see here. Manning still down after the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Play action. Now it's Lock. Flush to his right. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. They'll roll him out right. He'll have it. Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have recovered. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Looking for the end zone.
And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Hauled in over the middle by Rager.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quick.
Touchdown, Philadelphia! His first touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Joey Sly now, the kickoff after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And that, not a sight you want to see. Rashad Penny very slow to get up. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Locke. Steps away. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurry movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles, if they hit the PAT, they will be in the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down by 1. A little over 80 ticks to go. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here, as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Locke on the move to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. They failed on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. He's back to throw.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Seahawks, that early to 4-0, and they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.